men, dating profiles reveal more about strategic intent than actual personality when you know what to watch for. Some women create profiles designed to maximize attention, matches, and validation rather than honestly representing who they are or what they're genuinely seeking. These attention trap profiles use psychological triggers, strategic omissions, and calculated presentation to generate maximum engagement, regardless of compatibility or authentic connection potential. Sign 1. Every photo shows. Completely different version of her, no consistent appearance. When profile contains photos where she looks dramatically different in each one, different hair colors, vastly different weights, completely different styles, ages that seem to span years, and there's no consistent through line in appearance across photos, inconsistency reveals strategic photo selection designed to appeal to maximum range of men rather than honestly showing what she actually looks like currently. What this sign reveals? This reveals she's curating photos to cast widest net possible rather than accurately representing current appearance. One photo appeals to men who like blondes, another to men who prefer brunettes. One shows athletic build, another shows curvier figure. Different styles appeal to different demographics. Strategic variety maximizes matches by appealing to diverse preferences while obscuring what she genuinely looks like now. The attention trap logic is that more variety means more matches, because different men find different photos appealing. But honest representation would show consistent current appearance. If she looks completely different across photos, at least some, possibly all, are misleading about current reality. You're matching with strategic compilation, not real person. Notice if photos seem to span significant time periods, if some photos show her 20 pounds lighter, if hairstyles suggest photos are from different years, if age differences are visible across pictures, temporal range reveals she's using old photos mixed with current ones to create idealized composite that doesn't represent present reality. Watch whether any photo could reasonably be considered current accurate representation. If you can't determine what she actually looks like, because every photo shows something different, if inability to identify consistent appearance is itself notable, confusion reveals intentional obfuscation. Honest profiles have recognizable consistency. Trap profiles have strategic variety. Pay attention to photo quality and professional styling. If several photos are professional glamour shots, with professional makeup, professional lighting, and poses that differ dramatically from casual photos also included, professional images create aspirational version, while casual photos provide deniability. Mix of professional and casual allows her to claim she showed real photos while primarily displaying enhanced professional ones. Observe whether body type is consistent. If some photos show athletic build, while others show significantly different body composition, if strategic angles and crops make body assessment impossible, if full body shots are absent or show different physiques, inconsistency reveals she's hiding current body reality by showing various versions from different times or different angles. Why? This sign reveals attention trap. This reveals attention trap because honest representation requires consistency. Women genuinely seeking compatible connections show themselves accurately because compatibility requires truth. Women seeking maximum attention show strategic variety that appeals to broadest audience. Inconsistent photos prioritize match quantity over connection quality. Sign 2. Profile text is entirely generic with no specific details about her actual life. When bio contains nothing but clichés, loves to laugh, enjoys adventures, values honesty, looking for real connection, likes beach and mountains, wants someone who doesn't take life too seriously, without single specific detail about her actual interests, life, work, or personality, generic content reveals profile designed to avoid alienating anyone rather than honestly representing who she actually is. What this sign reveals? This reveals she's written profile to appeal to everyone rather than attract compatible matches. Generic statements apply to nearly everyone and offend no one, maximizing potential matches by avoiding any specificity that might reduce her audience. But specificity is what creates real connection. Generic profiles prioritize quantity of matches over quality of compatibility. The attention trap strategy is that vague universal statements allow every man to project his ideal onto her blank slate. If she loves adventure, men define adventure as whatever they like. If she values honesty, everyone thinks they're honest. Generic language lets each man imagine she's perfectly compatible without actually claiming anything specific that could be verified or used for genuine compatibility assessment. Notice complete absence of verifiable details. If she mentions no specific hobbies, names no actual interests, references no particular life circumstances, discusses no real aspects of her personality or lifestyle, absence reveals intentional vagueness. Honest people share details. Attention trappers stay vague to maximize appeal. Watch for contradictory statements that appeal to opposing preferences. If she's both adventurous and homebody, spontaneous but also loves planning, independent but wants traditional relationship, contradictions reveal she's trying to appeal to men with different preferences simultaneously. Honest people have consistent preferences. Trap profiles try to be everything to everyone. Pay attention to what's demanded versus what's offered. If profile extensively lists what she's looking for in man, ambitious, funny, fit, successful, adventurous, but reveals nothing specific about what she brings or who she actually is, imbalance reveals profile designed to screen men while avoiding her own scrutiny. Attention traps demand much, offer nothing specific. Observe whether any statement is memorable or distinctive. If you could copy her bio to hundreds of other profiles, and it would fit perfectly. If nothing distinguishes her from generic dating profile template, sameness reveals designed genericism. Real people are distinctive. Attention traps are deliberately forgettable blur, designed for mass appeal. Why? This sign reveals attention trap. This reveals attention trap because generic profiles maximize matches by avoiding specificity that might limit appeal. Women genuinely seeking compatibility include details that help right people match and wrong people filter themselves out. Women seeking maximum attention stay vague so no one is excluded and everyone can imagine she's ideal. Generic text prioritizes attention over authenticity. Sign 3. Photos are all strategic angles, filters, or group shots, where she's unidentifiable. When every photo uses strategic angles that obscure face or body, when filters are applied to every image creating unrealistic appearance, when photos are primarily group shots, requiring you to guess which person she is, when no clear, straightforward photo exists, showing what she actually looks like, strategic photography reveals profile designed to attract attention while concealing reality. What this sign reveals? This reveals she's hiding actual appearance behind photographic techniques designed to create attraction without honest representation. Angles hide weight or facial features. Filters create artificial beauty. Group shots create plausible deniability. She'll turn out to be least attractive person in photo, but you had to guess. Strategic photography maximizes initial attraction while minimizing accountability for accuracy. The attention trap mechanism is that attractive photos generate matches regardless of accuracy. By the time you meet and realize photos were misleading, she's already received validation of match and attention from messaging. Her goal was getting matches and attention, not honest meetings. Mission accomplished before deception is revealed. Notice if face is clearly visible in any photo. If all photos are taken from distance, from angles that obscure face, with sunglasses or hats blocking features, or with lighting that makes facial features unclear, concealment reveals she knows clear photos wouldn't generate same attention. Face hiding is red flag for appearance misrepresentation. Watch for excessive filter use. If every photo has obvious beautification filters, if skin appears unrealistically smooth, if features seem digitally altered, if no unfiltered photo exists, filter dependence reveals actual appearance differs significantly from filtered presentation. Filters create attention-generating fiction rather than showing reality. Pay attention to angle consistency. If every photo is from above showing mostly cleavage, if all shots are carefully angled to hide body shape, if photographic perspective seems strategically limited, angle selection reveals she's hiding what straight-on honest photos would show. Strategic angles are photographic lies. Observe group photo dynamics. If profile is mostly group shots and you can't definitively identify which person she is, if, when you do identify her, she's always least attractive person in group, if friends in photos are consistently more attractive, creating comparison that elevates her by association, group photo strategy is attention trap. You're attracted to her friends, not her. Why this sign reveals attention trap? This reveals attention trap because strategic photography prioritizes generating matches over honest representation. Women wanting genuine connections include clear, accurate photos because meeting requires truth eventually. Women wanting maximum attention use photographic tricks to generate matches while hiding reality. Strategic photos serve attention gathering, not honest connection building. Sign 4. Profile includes validation-seeking language or statements that bait engagement. When bio contains statements designed to provoke responses, bet you can't handle me, prove you're different, impress me, challenge-based statements, or direct requests like, give me your best pickup line. Validation-seeking language reveals profile designed to generate messages and engagement rather than attract compatible, genuine connections. What this sign reveals? This reveals her primary goal is collecting messages and attention rather than finding compatible partners. Challenge statements bait men into responding to prove themselves. Direct requests, like asking for pickup lines, generate messages from men who wouldn't have messaged otherwise. Engagement tactics maximize inbox volume, which provides validation regardless of match quality. The attention trap psychology is that high message volume feels good regardless of whether messages come from compatible matches. Every message is attention. Every attempt to impress her or prove worthiness is validation. Profile is engineered to maximize these validation hits rather than filter for genuine compatibility. Notice if profile frames interaction as competition. If language suggests you need to earn her attention, if statements position her as prize to be won, if dynamic is set up where you prove worth, rather than mutual evaluation of compatibility, competitive framing reveals she's collecting validation from men trying to impress her. Watch for direct engagement requests. If bio explicitly asks you to message with specific content, tell me joke, send best opener, convince me you're interesting, requests are designed to generate messages. She's not interested in compatibility. She's interested in collecting responses that provide attention and validation. Pay attention to statements about her value or standards. If profile extensively emphasizes how selective she is, how high her standards are, how many men disappoint her, how rare it is for anyone to meet her expectations. Value statements are validation mechanisms. She's positioning herself as highly desirable to prompt men to prove they're worthy. Observe whether any statement facilitates genuine connection assessment. If nothing in profile helps determine compatibility, if all content serves engagement generation rather than connection evaluation. If mechanism is built for attention extraction, not relationship building. Purpose reveals profile is attention trap, not genuine search tool. Why this sign reveals attention trap. This reveals attention trap because validation-seeking language prioritizes message volume over connection quality. Women genuinely seeking relationships write profiles that facilitate compatibility assessment. Women seeking validation write profiles that maximize engagement attempts. Challenge language and engagement requests serve attention gathering, not partnership finding. Sign 5. Life situation details are suspiciously vague or include red flags presented as virtues. When profile is deliberately vague about relationship status, living situation, life circumstances, or includes concerning details presented positively. Separated but not divorced, in open relationship, it's complicated, living with roommate, that might be partner. Just seeing where this goes. Vague or suspicious life details reveal she's hiding circumstances that would disqualify her for most men seeking genuine relationships. What this sign reveals? This reveals she's obscuring deal breakers to maximize matches despite having circumstances most men would reject if honestly disclosed up front. Vagueness about relationship status might mean she's still married. Open relationship might be her unilateral decision her partner doesn't know about. Unclear living situation might hide that she lives with boyfriend. Hiding disqualifying facts maintains attention flow. The attention trap mechanism is that full disclosure would eliminate most of her potential matches, so she stays vague to collect attention from men who wouldn't engage if they knew truth. She's not seeking genuine connections. Those require honesty. She's maximizing attention by hiding facts that would appropriately limit her audience. Notice what's conspicuously absent from profile. If no mention of relationship status, when that's standard profile information, if living situation is unclear, if basic life details that honest profiles include are missing, absences reveal strategic omissions. What she doesn't say reveals what she's hiding. Watch how concerning details are framed. If red flags are presented as positive attributes, I value honesty from someone who's vague about everything, drama-free from someone in complicated situation, knows what she wants from someone who can't commit to clear relationship status. Positive framing attempts to neutralize concerns you should have. Pay attention to statements that discourage questions. If profile includes, don't ask about certain topics, if statements suggest she won't discuss specific subjects, if certain areas are explicitly off limits, boundaries around questioning reveal she's protecting information from scrutiny. Honest people welcome relevant questions. Observe whether life details create logical inconsistencies. If she claims to be independent but can't explain living situation, if she says she's single but references it's complicated, if statements don't logically align with each other, contradictions reveal she's juggling lies that don't quite fit together coherently. Why this sign reveals attention trap. This reveals attention trap because honest disclosure of disqualifying circumstances would eliminate her attention sources, so she obscures truth to maintain attention flow. Women genuinely available for relationships clearly state availability. Women in complicated situations seeking attention anyway stay vague to trap men who would avoid her if they knew full story up front. Sign 6. Profile requests or demands. Suggests she's screening for resources, not compatibility. When profile emphasizes what man should provide, must be financially successful, needs career ambition, should enjoy traveling, must appreciate finer things, needs to take care of his woman, and requests focus on receiving, rather than mutual compatibility, resource screening language reveals profile designed to attract providers and extract resources rather than build genuine equal partnerships. What this sign reveals? This reveals she's using dating platforms to find men who will provide lifestyle, experiences, or resources rather than seeking authentic, compatible partners. Requirements about success, ambition, generosity, or lifestyle reveal she's screening for what men can give her. Profile is job posting for provider role, not invitation for mutual partnership exploration. The attention trap aspect is that resource demands attract men who measure their value by providing, creating dynamic where she receives attention and resources from men trying to prove they meet her material standards. She's not evaluating compatibility, she's evaluating utility. Profile maximizes attention from resource providers willing to compete for her attention through demonstration of resources. Notice if profile is primarily demands with minimal offerings. If extensive requirements about what man should be, have, or provide exist alongside vague or absent information about what she brings or who she is beyond attractive photos, imbalance reveals extractive intent. Partnerships involve mutual value. Resource extraction involves one-sided demands. Watch whether requirements are about character or resources. If demands focus on success, money, lifestyle, experiences he should provide, rather than personality, values, or compatibility factors, materialistic screening reveals she's seeking resource access, not life partner. Character requirements suggest relationship seeking. Resource requirements suggest gold digging. Pay attention to language around lifestyle and experiences. If profile emphasizes wanting man who can show her the world, appreciates finer things, isn't afraid to spoil his woman, knows how to treat a lady. With implications about spending, lifestyle language reveals she's screening for men willing to fund lifestyle she wants. Observe whether reciprocity exists in stated desires. If all statements are about what she wants to receive, with no discussion of what she offers or provides. If dynamic is entirely about her getting, rather than mutual giving, one-directional expectations reveal extractive rather than partnership intent. Why? This sign reveals. Attention trap. This reveals attention trap because resource screening profiles maximize attention from provider-type men while revealing she's seeking extraction, not connection. Women seeking genuine relationships emphasize compatibility factors. Women seeking providers emphasize resource requirements. Demand-focused profiles trap attention of men willing to prove worth through resource provision.